Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Book Controversy. So for the first time on my channel, I'm going to be doing a book vlog. The whole reason I want to do this book vlog is because I realized that only doing book reviews makes my channel very dry, and also because, how do I say this, book reviews don't really get much attention unless it's a new book, a really popular book, or you are a really famous booktuber, which I am not, and the books I read are not new, they're not popular in the sense, and they're not something that people really want to hear opinions about at this current time. So I was thinking, how then should I make this channel better? This is why I came up with a book vlog, a weekly book vlog. So here's something different for a change. I'm just gonna be reading, and you guys are gonna watch me read, and I'm gonna tell you guys what's happening in the book. Sometimes when I want to rant, if I want to throw it across the ocean, I will let you guys see that. Yeah. Just a disclaimer, you're probably gonna see me reading the same book this whole vlog because I am a really slow reader. Like, I know most booktubers go through more than 11 books a month, but I go through 5 or less books a month because I read one book per week, and I know that's really little compared to other booktubers, but that's just how I read. I like to savor every moment of a book, and also sometimes I'm lazy and I just really want to sleep on the train instead of reading. This video will just be on a single book probably, and if there is another book, it's probably just gonna be me starting it and not me finishing it. Anyway, I hope I haven't bored you with that introduction. I'm such a wishy-washy person, honestly, but this book is what I'm going to be reading. It's called The Book Thief, and it is a really popular book, so I just decided to pick it up in my school library, and I actually didn't really have much interest in it, but because a lot of people liked it, so I thought that maybe I should give it a go, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm on page 38. I started reading it last night when I was having trouble uploading my previous video. So far, it's actually been a really tough read because of the way it's written. You at the start, you really have to infer a lot of things for it to really be on the same page as this guy right here, and it's just really hard to get into. It was only when it started, it was only at page 27. Yes, it was only at page 27 then did everything come to place, because then they started explaining what was going on in the previous few pages, because it was just such a blur and I don't really remember much of the first 26 pages. So technically I only remember 11 pages of what I read. So let's just see how this goes. So I read slowly. I'm still on page 43, and I read a really weird sentence. It says, "Every night Lisa would nightmare." I'll repeat. Every night Lisa would nightmare. I understand what it's trying to say, but it's just funny. I'm on page 67 of the book, and topics of racism and cultural difference is really amplified in this book, and that is to be expected since it's a historical novel. But I think that with me, even though I know the implications of reading historical novels, since I really love to read them, I just never expect the racism to be as harsh as it really is. And maybe that's because I live in Singapore, where racism is not that profound here, and this just really shocked me. It shocks me every time I read about racism in books, but I think that's the way it is. Racism should shock you. So yeah. And on page 66, there is this line that says, "You've got beautiful blonde hair and big, safe blue eyes." And is this thing, is the facial differences between Jews and Germans themselves, and you kind of feel bad because the main character, the book thief, she doesn't really have the standard appearance, and right now I'm just wondering whether it's going to affect her in the rest of the book. So great. And actually I've read a lot. Normally I don't really read this much in one sitting, and I know you guys are probably like, but it's only 30 pages, but 30 pages is a lot for me to read in one sitting. So I'm thankful that I started this book vlog because it looks like I'm gonna get a lot more reading done. So I have to leave house now to celebrate my parents' birthday, my father's birthday, and I'm currently on page 89 of the book Thief. And at this point, I'm just really thankful I have an education at all, because the book really highlights the main character's lack of education and how it makes things difficult for her. And like, I'm so thankful I have an education. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna go eat now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe tonight. You never know. Hi guys, it's 6:20 in the morning and I'm on my way to the train station, and I've sort of decided that for the train ride to school I'm gonna split my time between sleeping, that's the first half, and reading, that's the second half. And I don't normally read on the train to school because I'm so tired, but I thought that I would sacrifice a bit of time for this vlog, and by a bit of time I mean every single morning of this week. And I hope that maybe this way I can finish my books faster so that I can start on another book this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys at night. Hi, so I just came back from school. I'm really tired. It's 6 o'clock and the background is like this because my table is frankly a mess and I am too lazy to clean it up because, you know, school, tired. Maybe I'm just using an excuse to be lazy, but anyway, I'm on page 147 of this book and I'm really liking it. I'm loving the suspense created. I have no idea what the main character's father is planning, except that he has a plan in mind, and it's mentioned that he has a plan in mind, but you know, nothing more than that. And the fact that in 7 months the plan will be ruined or something like that. And I just really like it. I really like it so far. And oh, my arm's tired. I don't normally hold my camera up. What else I have to say? I'm loving Rudy. He is the main character's best friend. I just can't seem to remember the main character's name. It's just, it never sticks with me, but I do really like her. And I like Rudy, and Rudy has this crush on the main character, and it's really cute because it's like a small tiny boy having a crush on a small tiny girl. Yeah, I just really like the book. I'm just gonna continue reading it. That's all for today. I'm probably gonna read more today, but that's all for today's update on my reading. And I might add more shots of me reading, but you never know, because I could get lazy, but I could also not be lazy. So we'll see how everything goes. So yeah. So remember when I said I was lazy? Apparently I really meant it, because I skipped one whole day of filming because I was lazy. And I really wanted to film, don't get me wrong, but it just so happened that there were a lot of things and I was so tired. So I was like, maybe I'll film it tomorrow. But that doesn't mean I didn't read. So this book, so far, this book has wrenched my heart a couple of times, and by a couple I mean like 100. And it's so sad because the Jew that appears in this book is actually really I don't know how to say it, but he really hates himself. Like, he actually sees himself as a lower being. Like, he has this mindset that because he is a Jew, he himself is not worthy as a person. And that's a mindset that the Nazi Germans has like imparted on him, and it has stuck. And that is really sad, because like no one deserves that, and I feel like no one deserves to go through the struggles that he did. And what makes it worse for me is that so many people in the past has probably went through what he did just to stay alive, like leaving family behind, hiding away in a small place for like 2 years. And this book really shows just how hatred can escalate into something much more cruel than just calls on the sidewalk and hateful messages left behind. It can escalate to, you know, murders and really sad stuff. Like your whole livelihood can be demolished just because of your religion. And in this book, the Jewish character actually says that he's not proud to be a Jew, and that being a Jew is less of a religion than it is a label on him. And it really hurt me when I read that. And I don't know, I'm just so attached to him right now, and it's just so sad. I really like the relationship between the Jew and our main character, Liesel, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's not like a relationship, like a romantic relationship, but they are very good companions. And it's just really amazing to me because he is a Jew and she is a German whose parents were communists, and both of them left behind family, and they all have a lot of other things in common, and their friendship really bloomed from nowhere. But I think that it is such an important aspect of this whole book, because even in the darkest times you can find someone that you can relate with, and that will make everything seem much better. Anyway, that's all I feel capable of saying at this point of time, because there is a lot going on in this book, and if I were to touch on every detail that I want to talk about, this might as well be a 2-hour long review. So I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to continue reading. I'm actually at page 277. This book is how many pages long? Let's not spoil it. 553. I am not even halfway there. So today's Thursday. My book vlog ends on Saturday, maybe Sunday. So I'm gonna see how much I can push this book and see if I can actually finish this book. Yeah. So it's 11 o'clock. Yes, 11 o'clock, and I'm on page 413 of this book. I actually took a 4-hour nap just now, and I was thinking that maybe I could like read through a lot more of the book tonight, because you know, when you sleep in the afternoon you don't actually get proper sleep at night, because that's just how your body functions. But at page 413 I've decided to stop for the night, because the content of this book is so heavy, and it's an easy read in the sense that like time passes by really quickly when you read the book, and you don't really feel it dragging, but at the same time it's just really painful to read this book. And I thought that I wouldn't be tired and that I could read until like 1 o'clock or something, but this book is actually really emotionally draining and just really thought-provoking in a really tiring way. And right now I'm going through a lot of emotions regarding this book, and I'm just really sad, and I'm really scared for the main character's best friend. And I'm sad because, yeah, if you read the book, you know, it's just really sad. I don't want to spoil it, because for this book to be spoiled, I mean, just it shouldn't be. It should be an experience that you fully immerse yourself into, and I do not want to spoil the experience for anybody, even though nobody really watches my videos. But yeah, the content of this book is too heavy to continue reading anymore, so I'm going to sleep and read it tomorrow night maybe, or maybe tomorrow morning. Depends on whether I feel emotionally ready to read it tomorrow night. So I just finished The Book Thief and I'm fresh out of a crying session. So I'm gonna go eat, calm myself down before I give you guys my thoughts on the book. But overall, just, you know, yeah, I'm crying, so I guess you guys know how it went. Listen, there are a few things I hate. When my food gets cold, when I don't finish a book, and when a book causes me to cry. And by cry, I mean bawl, especially in public, because that is what this book did to me. And I was actually going through a bad day and I decided to finish reading the book. So because, you know, like my day can't get any worse than Lisel's, but apparently my day got worse because Lisel's was so much worse than mine. And oh my god, there was like, I guess there's a glimmer of hope at the end of this book, but to be very honest, I just kind of feel empty right now. Like there's nothing going on in here except like the hollow beating of my heart or something. Like it was so painful to read, and it was easy to read in the sense that time really flew by when I read it, but you know, it wasn't an easy read. It was just so painful, and every page that I turned towards the end of the book was so difficult for me to read. Every word crept into me like some, like, I don't know, like some assassin about to like absolutely destroy me, because that's what this book did. And the thing is that, okay, spoiler, okay, but the thing is that this book, essentially everything was foreshadowed, but I still could not foresee anything that happened. Like everything was laid out to me crystal clear, and yet it took me all by surprise, and the grief still hit me as if it was the first time I was hearing what was going to happen, even though throughout the book death is like, haha, this is gonna happen. And like, it's just, if you want a book that absolutely destroys you, you know what, let me try to pitch this book to you. Have you ever wanted a book that would absolutely destroy you? A book with grief, death, pain, suffering, war, hurt? Then this is the book for you. If you want to end up crying under the covers, then this is the book for you. If you want to have your world absolutely destroyed in the span of however long you read it, then this is the book for you. So essentially, really love this book, but I don't think I'll be reading it again unless I really want to put myself through torture. And if you guys haven't read this book, I recommend you to read this book with packets and packets and packets of tissues, because you know, you need it. You know, don't be like me in some random train wiping away my tears with the back of my hand like I always do, because I never seem to understand the concept of bringing tissues, even though I always know I need to bring tissues. So that's it for this reading vlog. I'm kind of amazed that it's not even like Saturday yet and I finished this book. Kind of wished I didn't actually, because now I don't know what to do with my life. Like I don't feel that I can go on to a happy book, because right now I'm so sad. But I also don't feel like just not reading, because I really love reading. So yeah, life is gonna be hard after this book. And thank you for watching my first ever reading vlog. It's probably a mess, and I'm not going to deny that it's a mess, but yes, I'm probably going to do a full ranting session about this book soon, because I really need to get my feelings out. And by ranting, I don't mean in a bad way, just a place for me to word vomit all my feelings out with a full spoiler disclosure. So that is it. I said it a few times already, but this is it. Bye. Thank you for watching this vlog.